Hey guys, welcome to mission 2 of the Allied campaign with a part-time to beat of 15 minutes. Now this mission is not too much harder than the first one, but it's definitely more annoying. You'll see why right now. See those troops? When Tanya attacks, they swarm all over her like they haven't seen a woman in years. Even the tank keeps attacking her despite being attacked by the GIs. This will happen even if the GIs attack first. The enemy just goes straight for Tanya. This is why I deployed the GIs to take care of the tank and to protect Tanya. I prefer to destroy these troops first, before the Rocketeers arrive. It just makes for a more efficient mission run. Now, what just happened now is something you have to be aware of in this mission, and I'm guessing every other mission following Tanya, but more so this one. Whenever you attack the enemy with Tanya in a grip, she is the first priority target. Very annoying considering her death means instant mission failure. Now, I'm going to send the Rocketeers up here to attack these troops up here. And you can see as soon as I get my Rocketeers to attack, guess where they're going to go? Yes, they're going to go straight for Tanya. Despite how far they are away from Tanya, they go straight for her even when the Rocketeers attack. Now you have to be very careful with Tanya in that case, in this mission. More so because she has a very important role in this mission when attacking the enemy base. You need to be careful of attacking the enemy base with her though, and I'll explain why later in the video. Now this part is standard stuff. Tanya goes through the lake, takes out the flak cannons, and the Rocketeers take out the sentry turrets. Just be careful taking out the elite conscripts here. They take 2 shots to kill with Tanya and do a great amount of damage in groups. Now here I try to make things more efficient with proper timing and waypoints. May not seem like much, but opportunities like this can shave a good number of seconds from your mission time. And there are usually a good number of opportunities like these to take. Now I could have moved the engineers and GI sooner than I did. About now, maybe even sooner. The sentry turret on the right would have been destroyed by the time the engineers got into its range, so I missed that opportunity. Lucky for you guys, you can learn from my mistakes, and trust me, I do make a lot of them in these videos. I think I even left my GIs deployed. Yes I did. There they are, right there. Yeah, try not to make that mistake. Now, the 3 engineers you get at the start of the mission, if you manage to get them into the base sooner than I did, they should be used to capture the construction yard, the barracks, and the war factory. Once we have those, we train 8 GIs and build 10 tanks immediately. You can train more or less of them if you want. You may not need so many tanks. I build this way just to be on the safe side. Once the GIs are finished, start training Rocketeers, about 10 of them. You should have captured the other buildings by now, so build another ore refinery as well. I built another power plant for some reason. Maybe I thought I needed another one to build the second ore refinery without losing power. You won't lose power, you don't need a second power plant. Learn from my mistakes. You're going to run out of money fairly soon, but that's okay because we plan to train the GIs first and take them to the enemy base to start softening them up while the tanks and Rocketeers continue the build. And like I mentioned earlier, Tanya has a role in attacking the base, so she goes with the GIs. Now during this short period you can't really do anything but wait. It is a necessary period to just wait and build up your forces. You can go ahead with Tanya to attack the base, but that would be extremely risky as she has no defense against tanks or flak tracks. And flak tracks are anti-infantry, so that is a definite no-go. I don't believe you need base defenses, as this group of troops will be the only attacking force you will need to take care of if you go ahead with this strategy. I'd rather be safe than sorry though, so I set up some defense. A pillbox or 2 is all you would need really. I don't do anything with the Harrier jets either. You can do something with them if you like, but in this mission their use is very limited. You could possibly destroy or damage one of their buildings, but chances are you will lose a plane or 2. Plus they're too expensive to replace with what we have planned anyway. Okay, we're just going to sneak past these miners here, these forces, Tanya and the GIs, and past these patrolling troops, which is actually pretty easy. The patrols seem scary, but unless you get within weapon range or perhaps a little further, they will not attack you. Okay, our final destination is to the back of the base, where there is a conveniently placed fuel barrel that will allow us to destroy the back walls of the enemy base and allow us entry, where we can then proceed to screw shit up. With the enemy, I mean. Not with us. It'd be pretty bad to screw things up with us right now. Okay, first to get Tanya to kill any soldier and dog that may get in the way. Especially dogs, they are the bane of any soldier's existence. Even Tanya's if you're not careful. You'll experience a lot of that in mission 5 of this campaign. Yes, a grim foretelling of things to come. Now, we proceed to knock on the back door and the troops take a look to see who it is. We may greet them in the usual manner, with a hail of bullets. Now, and you see what happened right there? They're all attacking Tanya. What do I say about being careful with her? Now, another very important thing to mention. While it seems a logical thing to do since we're here, do not destroy the construction yard yet. I cannot emphasize that enough. Once it is destroyed, every single enemy unit will head straight for Tanya. This includes wall miners, the ore miners, which are notoriously difficult to destroy. Once that happens, it will spell the end of the mission for you. Unless you have tanks there to back her up, which could work, but remember that the enemy will ignore everyone else that attacks them. So be prepared to move her out of the line of fire when necessary. Well, now that we have those guys secured, we can go back and check on the tanks and rocketeers. Both of them are almost finished, but of course currency is a bit hard to come by right now. What we plan to do with these guys is go hunt war miners, since they count towards eliminating all enemy forces. I only had 1 tank and 3 rocketeers to build, so I sold the second ore refinery to speed things up. Don't think it's helped that much, so I sold the power plant as well, which helped a bit more. Don't be afraid to sell buildings where necessary to build up your final attack force. Now make sure you destroy all war miners, because once you destroy the enemy base, they will go after your base. So you will need to go back to your base to destroy them, which, surprise surprise, will waste more time. If possible, in all missions where you must eliminate all enemy forces, take care of the war miners first to save you this trouble. Take care where you place your rocketeers as well, because a flak track or 2 could really cause some damage to them. Now if you like, you can forego the rocketeers and just build your tank forces to destroy the war miners, and then just hit the front of the base with the remaining tanks and the GIs that you built, and immediately go for the flak cannons. This will ensure that you get the paratrooper reinforcements. There are a lot of them, so they will easily be able to take care of the base. Just don't forget to deploy them. The strategy is risky though, because there is no guarantee that the tanks will get through without being destroyed first. Taking care of any remaining ore miner will hopefully not be too much trouble in this mission. They don't go too far. Just have to check the 2 main ore fields really. Now once the last one is done, we will go to the bottom ore field to rally our forces, and that is a mighty force right there. And now this is where our grand plan will come to life. The tanks will go in first, taking the brunt of the damage and taking care of the rest of the enemy vehicles, prioritizing the flak tracks so that the rocketeers can enter safely. But there's still the flak cannons that we have to worry about. That's where Tanya comes in. Tanya, waiting patiently with GIs, will now go to destroy the power plants. And once those are down, we will send the rocketeers to destroy the now offline flak cannons. And once that's done, you can send the tanks to destroy whatever you want, and Tanya will now finally destroy the construction yard. Now is a good time to destroy it. And this is where some multitasking comes into play. Multitasking and micromanagement. Not completely necessary in this game really, but it looks cool and makes you look pro. I'm sure it can be done better than this though. I really suck at it. Okay, so once the flak cannons are down, the allied paratroopers drop in to help you destroy the base. But Tanya is like, what base? What are you talking about? You guys missed the action. And there we go, mission accomplished. And finished in 8 minutes 59 seconds. Not the fastest I could do. I made plenty of mistakes, but it's still good. You don't have to stick to one strategy all the time. Sometimes one strategy works better than another. I tend to go for complex routines than brute force, unless brute force is necessary for beating part-time on a mission. Then I'm all for it. Alright guys, that was Allied Mission 2, done under part-time on hard. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next mission.